In the spirit of the season, I thought we would step back in time a little bit and do a quick around the room. We are slowly sort of gaining traction, being back live and in person this year, with having people come back and be able to join us live. Although I also recognize that a lot of people love the benefit of being able to stay at home in their own living rooms. So welcome to you all from your own living rooms as well. So let's get started with that round the room. Rick, how about you?
So, my name is Rick Meyer. I've been part of the lung cancer world for about 9 years and a month now. First diagnosed back in 2014. Had like 6 months to 2 years to live. Life was very crazy, upside down, blah, blah, blah. Started getting involved in the community and learning the different aspects of what to do, and got the motto of, all you need to do is live to get to the next best thing. And then ride that one till you get the next best thing, and ride that one till you get the next best thing. And when I was first diagnosed, there was only one bed, and now there are 7 or 8 approved beds, plus some trial beds. I'm currently on a trial, living a good life, full and happy with my wife and kids, and life is good. I wish hope and strength for everyone out there. Just keep the fight up and do well.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.
Miss Sally?
My name is Sally, and I was found through early detection, put myself in a study back in 2004 or 5, I forget which year, and in 2009, my very small tumor, cancerous tumor, was found, and I had surgery, and I'm very lucky. Stage 1A, it'll be 15 years in March. But the best thing is I found Area Lung Cancer Foundation by accident after my surgery, and have been active in supporting it and being an advocate and just spreading the word about how wonderful this is. And I'm so thrilled to have all of you as my friends.
I'm Pat Pritchard, and all my life I've had allergies, including all kinds of pollens and cats. So I went up to visit my daughter in Seattle. I think it was 2015 or 18. And I came home and I just couldn't breathe. I was sitting up and wheezing and all kinds of trouble. I said, oh, I'm going in tomorrow. So I went in, and they took a CT of my chest and said, we have more work to do. And they explained that this is more probably cancer than anything else. So it did turn out to be cancer. BRAF positive on one side and BRAF negative on the other. So I've had chemo and radiation, and things didn't improve, but they stayed the same. So then did immunotherapy for a year, and I've been done with that for a year. But I just want to thank Lola, the cat, who allowed me to even think about it. And I'm grateful that I was diagnosed early. Unfortunately, I have some new spots, so we'll see what those are about next month.
Thanks, Pat.
Oh, one more thing. I came to the living room the same day I was diagnosed.
Wow.
I have one of those younger daughters that are always on the computer, and she said,
Thank
Mom,
God.
there's a group that meets in San Carlos tonight. So we just grabbed our coats and came, and have been very pleasantly surprised and welcomed and enjoyed. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tina, and I'm one of the long-timers, and I'm very grateful to be here and be with everybody in the living room here. I was diagnosed 13 years ago. I've just passed my 13th year of being a survivor, or a thriver. Is that what you like better? And I've been on Tarceva, and that worked for me for a long time, and then I switched to the new generation, Tagrisso, and that's not working for me so good. I mean, it's working, but I had a side effect. pneumonitis, so we're taking a little break here, but I'm sure everything will be fine soon. And happy holidays to everybody.
Thanks, Tina.
Thank you.
I'm Rick. I'm Tina's husband, and I've been supposedly her caregiver for 13 years, but I haven't found anything to take care of yet. So I just come along for the ride. But Merry Christmas to everybody and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you, Rick.
Joanne.
I'm Joanne. I was diagnosed in September of 2016. I spent 2 years on Tarceva and then switched to Tagrisso when it became approved as first line. And I was on Tagrisso for almost 5 years when I started to have some progression. And actually there was a little progression along the way that was radiated, just one spot here, one spot there. Anyway, when there were numerous spots, after about 6 years, I went into a trial. I'm still in that trial and seem to be doing well. I've had a couple of spots radiated, but nothing major and nothing overwhelming. Oh, how I go to then the Bonnie Adario Foundation. One of my sorority sisters, whom I knew had lung cancer, I called her for advice on getting second opinions and stuff like that. And she said that I needed to hook up with the Bonnie Adario Foundation. I needed to call them right away and talk to the daughter. So we know who that is. And anyway, we've been coming ever since. And we're so happy that we're back to a live living room. And I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy 2024.
Thanks, Joanne.
Thank you.
I'm Ron, Joanne's husband and also her driver. And as I was telling the people next to me, she doesn't tip very well. But other than that, it's been great being with this whole group. And I know Joanne has attached to it and loved every minute of it. And I wish you all a very happy holiday.
We'll have to see about getting you a break and, a
We'll
little
work
up
on your
in your.
tip, Ron. We'll work on your tip.
Yeah, yeah.
We will. My name is Karen. I was diagnosed 15 years ago. It was an accidental finding. They thought something was wrong with my gallbladder, but it was fine. Anyway, I had the great privilege to be a patient of Fred Marcus. And he was just wonderful. I had surgery, they removed the lobe. I was stage 1B, and big discussion about, do I do chemo, do I do anything? I did chemo, and I've been fine ever since then. I found out about the foundation through a nurse at Sequoia Hospital when I was having a CT scan one time. She handed me one of your first brochures and said, you really should go and check this organization out. I think you'll really like it. I did. I love it, and I would do anything for the organization. It is just awesome. I wish everybody a very happy holiday. I look forward to 2024, seeing everybody again. And I just say, take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Karen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Evie Schiffman. I was diagnosed in 2018. It was an accidental finding, and thank goodness they found it because I was stage 1. I had surgery. They took out my lower left lobe, and I've been fine ever since. So I was diagnosed, as I said, in 2018, but I've been coming here since 2011. And that was because my husband was diagnosed at that time with stage 4 lung cancer. And he passed in 2015. So I've been on both sides of the aisle, so to speak, of the caregiver and the patient. And in both cases, this foundation has meant the world to me. And that's why I'm here. I continue to come, and they are an invaluable resource and support system and education and research and clinical trial and all of it, all of the above. So I'm very grateful for that, and I hope to have a good year ahead, and I wish everybody else the same. And thank you for the gift of the Adario Go-To Foundation.
Thanks, Evie.
My name is Larry.
I was diagnosed in January of 2013. So into next month will be 11 years. I was made aware of the Bonnie Adario Foundation by a friend who said, you need to go check them out. And I did. And it was probably the best thing I ever did in my life, because through this organization I became educated, empowered, and I've also figured out that I really need to give back, because that's the only way I can appropriately show my appreciation for what my life has been since I found this organization. And it's really empowering to me to be in this room because of all the people that are in this room and because of what it says right there on the wall, because that's what this room does. It gives you hope. I encourage everyone within driving distance to come here every third Tuesday, because you'll meet some great people, you will find great camaraderie, and you will be educated. And thank you, Bonnie and Danielle, for doing that for me.
Thank you, Larry.
Happy 2024 for everyone.
Thanks, Larry. I really miss being able to do that part of the meeting, not just because I love sort of rehearing your stories, especially because every year it's X year survivor more, right? And I think that in and of itself is so incredibly hopeful to me. And I don't know whether or not people who are watching live or will come back and watch this post live caught on to, there's a couple of early stage diagnoses in the room, but the majority of people in the room are late stage diagnoses. And those people are also talking about 9, 10, 13, you know, and more years since their late stage. And Rick started off by saying it, you know, the goal is to find a drug that works and stay on that one until the next best one comes out. And I appreciate so much all of the kudos back to my mom, myself, and all of my colleagues for the work that we're doing and trying to empower and educate, because we know, and this is your sort of tagline and has been for a long time, that empowered and educated patients do better. Being able to go back, fully understand what your diagnosis is, have informed conversations with your healthcare providers, and then make the best decision for you and your diagnosis, not a lung cancer diagnosis, but your diagnosis. Such an important part of this whole process. So I don't know, before I jump in, if you want to say something.
I just want to say one thing, and I don't know that if I've ever done this in public in this way before, but I can only be thankful to my children. Both my daughters can make me cry, because when I was diagnosed, I was really sick, and I was late stage, and it was, you know, scary. It was a scary time. But they at the time had a little business of their own in a little boutique, and they sold it. They started this, and off we went, and no looking back. No looking back. So I am so grateful to my girls and my son, who stays pretty quiet, but he's a crier. You know, he's adorable, and my husband. You know, it's none of this can get done without Tony pushing us and, you know, telling us what to do. So this is a family organization for everybody that's watching, and all these people in this room are family. We think of each other as family, right, girls? Right, boys? Right? Yeah. So.
Yeah. And my sister's in the room tonight, and she, we did sell our store and jump on board with both feet and all the fingers and toes and all of that, and haven't looked back and don't regret a day of it. And in spite of the fact that Andrea has moved on and works in another part of the family business now, she's still sitting here in this living room tonight. So I think that's also a testament to our family's commitment to this cause and to moving things forward.
So I'll be brave if you're brave. I'll be brave, but only